Yoga. My name is Virginia, and this morning we're going to use a couple of things with our practice. We can use a belt or a little a string, anything anything that can be used for what we're going to work on today when we practice. And also we're going to use a chair for our core practice this morning. So if you don't have those items, just please feel free to get them right now. So we're going to start, first of all, our practice by taking deep belly breath to just try to calm ourselves and start the focus on our practice. That's the most important. So we're going to start taking a deep inhalation and exhale deeply. Inhale deeply. Exhale deeply. One more time. Then we're going to go and lay down on the corpse pose, right? Corpse pose. So lay down, everybody, on your back. I'm going to take some on your back and just start to take a deep breath. Starting on your back, taking a deep inhalation to the belly. And exhale deeply, relax your shoulders. Feeling your upper back sinking into the ground. One more time, inhale deeply. Exhale deeply, relax your shoulders. Then we're going to bring the right leg toward the right knee up toward ourselves and bring our hands onto our knees. And we're going to do some nice big rotation with our foot, right? Ankle rotation toward the right, relaxing your shoulders when you're doing that. And then, of course, as we always do in our practice, we try to just focus on the breathing when we're doing our asanas, right? There's nothing else to do but breathe. So we inhale to the nose, exhale, relax. And that's the most important things in the practice too, is that we need to relax, right? That's the only way we're going to be able to stretch. We cannot pull or push. We have to relax during our practice. So how do we relax? By focusing on our breath, right? Every time we exhale, we let go, right? Even if we're doing something challenging. So now we're going to go with the same rotation toward the left with that right foot. And we can feel our ankles are starting to get a little bit of a workout there, right? And we go to the extreme extension of what our ankle joint can do, right? Very. Then one more, a couple of more. Then we're going to flex the foot and point. Flex the foot and point. Flex the foot and point. Breathing, nothing else to do, right? But breathe. Every time you exhale, you try to relax places in your body that feels tight, And then from that position, we're going to extend the right leg, bringing the hands behind the knee or behind whatever you can, right? And then we're going to just do the same. We're going to do flex and point in that position, right? So your left leg will be slightly bent. That's okay. We don't want to be, we're just warming up here. So we just don't want to be too hard. So flex and point, breathing, breathing. Big flex point. Then we're going to relax the foot, taking deep inhalation and bring the head toward the knee, right? And then just relax again the upper body, right? And then in the same time, we see that left leg is bent. We'll try to extend that left leg gently, like if somebody was pulling us with an elastic band on the other side, right? And then the foot is relaxed and hold. Breathing. Again, our breath is what we get to focus on. And then we're going to bring the head down Then we're going to bend the left leg and bring the right foot on top of the left knee, right? For the supine pigeon. And then we're going to pull everything forward and bring the hands and give ourselves a big hip opener, right? So in the same time, we want to relax our shoulders and to tuck our chin just a little bit. So the spine is really completely flat, right? Making sure. And relax. Every time we exhale, inhale, and exhale, let go. And we can feel the tension, in our body, just relaxing. That's the way to do yoga. It's really the connection between the breath and the asanas. The connection is the breath is going to help you relaxing and also keeping the mind more quiet. Because when we focus on our breath, suddenly we are not busy thinking about where is the faucet, right? Or where is this or whatever it is. So then from that position, we're going to release everything and we're going to change side. We're going to extend the right leg, bring the left leg, and start to do our ankle rotation. Relax your shoulders toward the right. Big rotation, right? We're really engaging the Achilles tendon, the calf muscles, all the front little tendons and muscles on the front of the ankle. It's a very intricate area. So it's a good idea to get it really loosened up here. Especially if we wear a lot of shoes, right? Wintertime, it's cold. So we're wearing shoes inside. We try to not do that. Wear socks, but have your foot free. That's very important. Then we're going to go toward the left. Big rotation. Relaxing. Big rotation. Try to not move your knees if you can, right? We have the tendency to get everything engaged, relaxing and breathing. That's our focus. Now we're going to go flex point, breathing. And last one, now we're going to extend that left leg, right? So again, we're just warming up. So we're just easy peasy, right? And then we're going to do our flex point again. Oh yeah, that really engages the calf muscles. Of course, we're stretching our hamstrings right now. Relaxing the shoulders and try to get your chin to tuck in a little bit so your spine is really flat. You can have a slight bend with the right leg. That's fine. We don't have to be, trying to be so hard. We're starting here. Breathing. Then relaxing the foot. Then we're going to take a deep inhalation and bring the head toward the knee and hold. And then same times, right, we're extending that right leg as far as we can. Breathing. Breathing. Focusing on your breath. Then we're going to bring the head down. Then we're going to bend the knee and bring in the left foot on top of the right knee. And then going to our pigeon supine with the hands to the holes and just stay where you are. So making sure when we're there that we're not shifting our hips around, that we're really central, right? And relax. Tucking your chin a little bit and relaxing your shoulders. Very important. Breathing. And then we're going to relax the feet, bringing both knees to the chest, clasping your hands and bring your hands all the way to the back and tucking your chin. And breathe. So now we can feel a nice pull into our upper back, right? Shoulder blades. We're tucking our chin in like a little turtle. Then we're going to bring the arms to the side. Then we're going to go for a nice little twist toward the right side with both knees together. Bringing the right hand on top of the left knee and looking to the left side, right? So what do we do there? We relax the left shoulders. We relax the right shoulders, which wants to get tightened up. Sometimes that's the reaction in your body. The moment you want to stretch it, part of the other side of the body tightens, right? So that's a kind of a, you know, like some tension that are remaining in your body. And so even when you stretch, it's still tight, right? So we're using the breath again. Inhale and exhale. Then we're going to come back to the center, and then we're going to go all the way towards the left, bringing the left hand on top of the right knee and looking to the right side. Breathing. Nice chest opening. You know, if we do a lot of sitting on computers, we're going to have a lot of that forward bend with the neck sticking forward and the shoulders. So this is a really great way to undo that. Breathing. And then we're going to come back to the center and go all the way back down to the corpse pose. And then we're going to bring the right leg up and flex both feet, right? You see? And then I'm going to put my right foot on top of my left feet, just like I was scissoring, right? And then I'm going to turn myself a bit toward the right, toward the left, I'm sorry, right? But both of my arms are to the side. Breathing. And then we're going to come back to the center and we're going to switch over, bringing the left foot flexed. Both feet are flexed on top of the right foot. And we can use our toes to place the heel, right? So that's kind of like locks it in, right? And then we're going to go toward the right. Pull ourselves, the whole hip is going to turn to the right. And breathe. Breathing. Then we're going to come back to the center, bringing both knees to the chest, and then we're going to go up and turn ourselves completely and go onto our heels, right? Sitting on the back of our heels. But we're going to try to have a bit more space, right? So especially if we have trouble sitting on our heels, right? If we have a bit more space and we're opening the legs a bit upward, right? So my feet are a bit more upward than my knees, right? Not too far, but just enough. And then we're going to go for a forward bend in that position. But then we're going to pull on the right side. We're going to pull one hand a little bit further than the other, and then you sag in that position, right? And bring the heads down. So we're pulling that right hand a little further up. So we're just pulling on one side of our body, right? And breathe. And breathe. This is very good for your back and also your shoulders, if you have any tightening in your shoulders. Then we're going to switch over, and you see I'm sliding, you know, my left hand forward, right? And I'm going back down. And breathe. And then I'm going to come back, and I'm going to bring my hands and clasp my hands together and do a forward pull, right? So you see my hands clasped in the back. Bring my head, the front of my head to the front, and I'm going to pull Backward, yes, we can. Breathing. Again, if this is our first class and we've not done yoga for a long time, we definitely want to go and ease up, right? We don't want to try to climb the Everest in one day. We want to try to ease up. So just do what you feel you can do without forcing too much if you've not done yoga for a long time. Otherwise, we try to just be right here. Breathing. And then from that position, we're going to bring ourselves into a table position, right? And then we're going to go and tuck our toes in and go up into downward dog, right? We all know how to do downward dog. We've done yoga before. Then we do our little bit of our, back and forth, knee, back and forth, breathing, breathing. And then from that position, we're just going to go to the same. We're just going to retreat the right hand, and then we're going to advance the left hand a little bit further, right? Without getting both feet up, right? So we can do it. So we're slightly bending our right arm, and then we're extending the left arms a little bit further. Breathing. There you can feel a lot of pull into your calf muscle, hamstring. Then we're going to switch over. We're going to bring the left hand and then pull that right hand a little bit further, right? And then hold it there. Breathing. Then we're going to bring back ourselves into downward dog, just easy peasy here. Then we're going to pull, we're going to tuck our toes upward, right? Look at your toes and pull them upward. Breathing. And then from that position, we're going to bring the right hand to the front, and we're going to go to the side. So we can do that side plank different way, right? So we can bring the left leg to the front. That's a lot easier position and more balanced, especially if we've not done yoga for a while, right? Otherwise, we can go for a side plank. And breathing. 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 And then from that position, we're just going to switch over. I'm going to go it this way, right? We're going to bring our hands down. And then we're going to bring that leg to the side, like the right leg to the front, right? Making yourself really nice and strong. And we go for a full plank. Breathing. Holding, but don't hold your breath. Again, if we need to take breaks, we can. Otherwise, we stay where we are. Breathing. And then from that position, we're going to come back to the center, bring the right leg to the front, right? And we're going to our pigeon, right? Right leg to the front. So pigeon position, we want to make sure that that hip flexor, that left leg is going to be really challenging that hip flexor, which is a huge muscle that attached to your quads, and that's really sometimes a culprit of problems. So we want to stretch that. So we're just going to bring our shoulders down. We're going to bring our hands on the front. Look at your hands and bring both thumbs together so they touch each other. So we know that we have a good position, right? And then we're just going to take our lower leg and bring our neck up, shoulders down, and then do a stretch upward. Breathing. And then we're going to go all the way down as far as we can. Breathing. And then we're going to come back up in the same position, and we're going to go through the needles, which is left hand. I'm going to go through that arm. See my hands coming out, right? And I'm going to go and lay in that position, you know, in my pigeon position, but through the needle. Breathing. And then we're going to come back. And then we're going to bend that left leg, right? And just hold it there. Breathing. Then we're going to bring it down. We're going to switch over, bringing the left leg to the front, right? Switching over, bringing ourselves into a full pigeon. Adjusting yourself, making sure that you're right on your mat. Everything is straight, right? And then look at your hands. Bring both thumbs to each other, right? So they touch the thumbs to each other. So your hands are really well positioned. Shoulders are down. Then we're going to go and bring our lower lips above the upper lips. And breathe. And then we're going to go for an extend for all the way down to the floor for just an extended pigeon, all the way down. Breathing. Then we're going to come back and we're going to do through the needles on the other side. So we'll bring the right arm going through the needles, and then we're going all the way down and bring our right cheek to the floor. And stay where you are. Breathing. And then we're going to come back, coming back into our table position, right? Then we're going to do some cats and dogs. So we're going to bring the hips forward, rounding our back just like a cat. They are so good at it, right? And then we're going to exhale and bring even our pelvic floor in, tuck everything, and then we're going to inhale and squeeze the shoulder blades, bringing the lower lips above the upper lips if you can think of it. And then exhale. And inhale. Shoulder blade up. Can exhale. And inhale. And exhale. For a couple more. Inhale. And exhale. Come back to the neutral position, and then we're going to do dogs. We're going to bring the right arms out and the left leg out, right? So that's dog. So our head is facing down, and our shoulders and our hands are kind of like right over the shoulders, right? Make sure that we don't have the hands way forward, right? That left hand on the floor. Breathing. And then we're going to modify dog. We're going to bring that right arms to the back and just sitting alongside. And hold. Breathing. And then we're going to switch over, bring the right hand down, bringing the left arms up and right leg up, right? Here we go. Breathing. Breathing. Then we're going to bring that left arm toward the side, right? So like we're going to about to take off here, right? Okay, here we go. Modify dog. Breathing. Then we're going to bring the hands down. Then we're going to tuck our toes, left toes, right? And then we're going to go up into standing split. Right toe. Okay, standing split. So we try to bring our hands as close as we can from our left foot. And we try to point our feet as far as we can. Yes, sir. Breathing. And then we're going to bring the right leg down, and off we go with our left leg. As far as we can. Breathing. Then we're going to bring the right leg down, and then we're going to bend both knees, right, and go all the way to a standing position, right? So here we are, standing position, mountain pose, opening just your feet just a little bit, shoulders are down, taking a deep inhalation to the belly, and exhale deeply. Inhale deeply, exhale deeply. So we are going to do our nostril breathing standing up, right? And we're going to close our eyes. So we're going to make it a bit more challenging here. But that's a good idea to close our eyes because we can really focus on our breath. We're not distracted by what's going on in the world, right? So how do we do that? We have our right wing fingers, right? We're closing the left nostril. We have Chin Mudra on the left side, right? And we're closing that left nostril. We're inhaling to the right. We're closing both nostrils with the thumb and we're holding it, right? And then we're exhaling left. We're inhaling left, closing both, opening right. So we're alternating our breath. Why are we doing that? It's because, you know, our energy center, our pranas, we live because we can breathe. You know, if we can't really stop breathing very long comparing to we can stop eating, we can stop drinking for a little while, but breathing, no, right? So if we are breathing only on one side, we have everything that is just blocked on the other side. So that's what that practice is about, is to rebalance your energies and your breathing and your lungs get a beneficial practice. Okay, enough talking. Closing your eyes, closing left nostril, and just listening to my voice. Inhale right, deeply, and close. Exhale left, inhale left, and close. Exhale right, inhale right, and close. Exhale left, inhale left, close up, and hold. Exhale right, inhale right, close up and hold. Exhale right, exhale left, I'm sorry, inhale left, close and hold. Exhale right, inhale right, close and hold. Exhale left, inhale left, last round, close and hold. Exhale right, inhale right, last one, close and hold. Exhale left, bring the hands down, keeping your eyes closed. Inhale deeply to the nose. Exhale deeply, relax the shoulders. Inhale deeply. Exhale deeply, relax the shoulders. And resume normal breathing. You can feel the difference. Just much more balanced, easy. Very nice. So we're just going to open our eyes and then we're going to take a second position, right? Like we're opening our second position. We're going to bend both knees and we're going to be very neutral there, right? We're tucking the belly in and then we're tucking the your buttocks in because we don't want to be like this, right? You know, that's really hard on your back, okay? So, but we're going to try to stay here, hands in prayers, and hold. Breathing. Then we're going to lift the right heels and hold. And down. Left heel. Up. And down. Deepening our plie, a grand plie. Right, deepening it. Keeping your hands right to your heart, right? Your heart chakra, which is right there. And breathe. Making sure that you're holding your belly in, right? And then we're going to bring our hands to the back, and then we're going to just roll our shoulders down, right? And tuck our knee, our chin in. Then we're going to go and extend our legs and go all the way for the stars. And we are on our toes. And then we're going to relax down, shaking your legs. And then we're going to sit. We're going to bring our little, whatever we have, right? Little belt or anything. Oh, here comes the late student. All right, so we're going to be sitting easy pose, right? Cross-legged. So if you are not comfortable, easy pose, your knees are really up there, right? So you can put cushions under there or a little pillow under your back, you know, to make it comfortable, because you can't do anything to uncomfortable, right? You'll think about the uncomfortable. So try to think about what will make it better for you. Okay, so first we're going to take the right hand and bend the right arms to the back. Bring the left hand and then pull, right? Pull that elbow with that left hand toward the back. And try to keep your hand, try to keep your thoracic cage in the center, obviously, but also your head a little bit backward, because your head's going to want to go forward, right? And breathe. And breathe. And then we're going to switch over. We're going to bring the right hand on top of the left elbow and pull it backward, right? And then try to keep your head a bit backward too, right? Your head's more centered and not forward if you can, right? This is to open your shoulder joint too, you know. Breathing. Relaxing the shoulders, and then we're going to bring our little, belt, whatever we have, string, whatever you have. Then we are going to hold it with the right hand, right? And then bend the right arms, and then with the left hand, we're going to try to grab it, right? Grab that, and if we can grab our hands, that's even better, right? But if we cannot, that's fine too. And then we're just going to try to also position our head to be central and hold. So this can be very uncomfortable if you've not done that for a while, right? It's going to feel like, this is not fun. So what do we do when we're in awkward position? We try to breathe, right? We try to relax ourselves into the position instead of usually when we're in an awkward position, we're going to tense up. So we want to do the way around. Breathing. And then from that position, we're going to relax, give a couple of rolls to your shoulders, like, oh yeah, they're going, what the hell's going on here? Okay, then we're going to just do the same the other way. So I've got my left arm, right? I'm putting my little string, belt, whatever I have, and then I'm going to grab it, right? And try to just pull as far as I can. And then try to pull my head to the center as much as I can too. Also, you have the tendency to go toward the back, right? Right, like this. So try to just still be very centered. Breathing. Breathing. So instead of, every time we exhale, remember, We let go. Let go of your shoulders. Let go of your legs. The legs want to tense up, right? Yeah, they're just thinking, oh, gotta tense up here, right? So just do the contrary. Just try to let go when you exhale. Then we're going to relax everything. Big roll through your shoulders, right? And then we're going to grab our chairs. So grab your chairs, right? Bring it right here onto your mat. And then we're going to bring, so we're doing this practice. This is a practice for absolutely no involvement with the lower back, right? So what we're going to do is bring our chair up, right? And then have a 90-degree angle with our legs. See the way I'm trying to be hopefully I have a 90-degree angle here, right? Then I'm going to bring my head down, and I'm just going to open my palms up and take a couple of breaths to just feel the ground. So the beauty of this is that there's no place to go because gravity is not my friend, right? So gravity is pulling me down. And so, you know, there's a lot of possibility when we do core practice that we can cheat on our core and using our back muscles. So this is a really a little bit more easier on your back, right? Because we cannot really go anywhere with that. Okay, so but saying that, we're just going to still practice some core. So we're just going to bring the head behind the hands behind the head, and then we're going to lift ourselves up, right? Right, I'm just in here. So my elbows, I'm not going all the way forward like this. No. My elbow on the back and then loose. So how I'm getting up is really by just that core, which is also all where your lower chakras are located, right? And so when you practice, we also bringing energy down to those lower chakras, which can become dormant. Right? Okay, so we're holding in there. Bring our hands to the back, and then we're holding up here. Breathing. So remember that your elbows are loose. They are not going forward. It's only the core right here that is bringing you up. And hold. So from that position, we're going to bring the right hand behind the neck to still hold. And then we're going to pull the left arms toward the right. We're still up. We're not down, right? We're still up the floor with our upper back. And hold. So basically in that practice, we're not taking any break. We're going to do this for a little bit, right? So obviously, if you've not done core for a long time, you want to go and take a break and probably lay down and bring your palms up on each side and just relax. Breathing. We keep breathing and we keep trying to get a little bit higher. Then we're going to bring the left arms behind the right, behind the head, and then we're going to bring the right arms toward the left. Breathing. Relaxing your legs too. Hands up too, right? Relax your leg. Everything is just in the center core. Breathing. Then we're going to switch over. Right hand behind the head, left arm up. holding. So obviously your lower back should not even go off the ground because we're really having this position that really locks it in, right? But if you feel like it's going, then you need to, that you feel like it's going a little bit, you need to even pull the abs down a bit further, right? That's really important. Then we're going to switch over. Right arm toward the left side. We're still very high. We try to be very high. Breathing. And from that position, we're just going to go to the other side, right? And then we're going to try to rub with our hands behind our right hip, right? So I'm just grabbing my hand, but it's just kind of like just to pull ourselves into a kind of like getting really engaging the obliques there. So I'm just kind of twisting sideways without getting that lower back to move at all from the floor. So I'm getting my left hand on my right, hips. Breathing. Then I'm going to switch over. I'm going to bring my right arms to the left side of my hip, outer hip. Breathing. Back to the center. We're going to bring both hands behind the head, and then we're going to squeeze forward just like the original, the one we started the practice with, and we hold it there. Breathing. So making sure that your elbows are not to the front, right? Your elbows are just relaxed to the back. And then from that position, we're going to go into the butterfly position, right? In a supine position. So we're taking our legs off the chair and we go into the butterfly, right? So both feet are together, but we're still staying in the center. And then we're going to bring the heads down. We're going to bring the chair to the side. If we make sure, going all the way down to the corpse pose, bring the arms to the back in the corpse pose, both arms to the back. Inhale deeply and extend everything out and relax to the mouth. Inhale deeply, extend everything and relax. One more time. And stay where you are. And then from that position, we're going to stay where we are, and then we're going to pull on that right arm, just like if we're extending, right, that right arm a little bit further, and then we'll relax that left arm, right? The right arm just kind of trying to pull out, and at the same time, that leg too is kind of extended. So the whole right side of our body is trying to extend ourselves. And breathe. And relax. And now we're going to do the other way. We're extending the left arm as far as you can, relaxing the right arm. So I just have half bend, right? And extend that left leg too as far as you can. And extend it and relax. One more time. Extend right leg and right arm as far as you can. And left arms, left leg. And relax. And come back to the same position. And breathe. So from that position, we're going to work on shoulder stand. Obviously, if you're a beginner yoga, you don't want to try to do that unless you have somebody really trying to help you do that. That's the safest thing to do, right? Otherwise, for those who are used to do it on a daily basis, we're just going to bring the knees to the chest, right? And then the first rule is to stabilize ourselves, right, at the beginning of the practice. So how do we do that? So we go up, but we bring their hands behind, right? We bring our hands behind our hips for stabilization, making sure, and then we bring our knees to our face, right? Then when we feel very stable, right, and feel good, and then we go up and we straighten, right? So I'm having a bit of just a slight bend, and that's okay. You know, I'm an older yoga teacher, so that's fine, but you can pull on the buttocks, right, to get it really straight. Breathing. Breathing. And then from that position, we're going to bring the right leg back and bring the left leg up. Breathing. Then we're going to switch over, right leg up, left leg down. Breathing. Then we're going to bring both legs for the plow. This is a more advanced position. So if you've not done that for a long time, you may want to bring your knees to your chest and slowly unrolling your spine with your hands down as brakes, right? That's how we do it usually. Again, be very cautious that if you've not done this for a while, do not overdo it and you know, be in trouble. Breathing. So with the plow now, so we're going to walk our feet toward the right and then walk our feet to the left and then come back to the center. Bring your palms up and breathe. So there's two ways we can descend back. The most important is to descend extremely slowly, right? So we descend, you know, one vertebrae with the hands as brakes, or we can bring our hands to our feet, right? And then descend this way, right? And then up we go. So we want to be one vertebrae at a time. Slowly, slowly. So we can feel the whole spine unrolling itself and all the way down to the floor, all the way down to the corpse pose. And inhale deeply and exhale. Inhale deeply and exhale. So we're going to turn to our sides, right, and go up into a sitting position. Pushing away. Cool. So the next practice is going to be kaphabalati practice, which is belly breath. So if you've not done this before, it's a practice that is very beneficial for the lungs, you know, because it expands your chest. And also it's a very good practice to also know how you're breathing, because most of the time we're not aware that we have a very tight chest breathing up here because we're stressed, and we should really breathe all the way down to the lower lungs, but we don't do that because we're always holding that tight, and this is very restricted. Okay, so this is a practice to really get this awareness of where your breath is. It's also a practice to expand the chest, expand the lungs, the little sacs, and make them really strong. We're going to do also some breath holding, which really is very beneficial too. So if you get lost a little bit at first, don't worry, just try to go. So how we do this practice, we always use little cushions because we don't want to be uncomfortable. So we use a cushion because we want to make sure that we're going to sit upright. If we don't use cushions, we have the tendency to sag, right? We don't want to sag. So we use cushions. And then if we're having a hard time sitting, we can also use a kneeling stool, right? If we are having that trouble. So we're going to put that little cushion under ourselves. There we go. Okay. So make yourself really comfortable. It's very important for that practice to be comfortable with your sitting position. You can also do that on a chair, right? As long as you're upright, you cannot be saggy, right? You got to be upright. So how do we do that? We breathe to the nose down, right? That's the kaphabalati practice. Breathe to the nose, and you see we expand our belly, and then we empty it kind of very rhythmically, and then on one breath we inhale and expel. And we push everything down here. Inhale and expel. Inhale and expel. Okay, so that's pretty easy. So we're going to try to do that 3 times 20, and then between that, we will be holding our breath. We will be just like if we're in the water, right? Which are not often, unfortunately, right? Love to be underwater. So, so basically, we're just going to go and hold that breath. So when we're holding our breath, right, what we want to do is make sure that we are not, oh, I'm holding my breath, I'm really tight. We want to make sure that we really relax our shoulders, because you'll feel immediately that everything's tightening, like the body's going, oh, I'm not breathing, right? So we want to relax that. Okay. So closing your eyes is the best way, and just follow my voice. So bring your hands to your knees, inhale deeply, exhale deeply, relax your shoulders. Inhale deeply, exhale deeply. Inhale to the belly and start, 20 repetitions. Last one. Inhale deeply, exhale deeply, inhale deeply, exhale deeply, inhale 3/4 and hold. Exhale deeply, inhale deeply, exhale deeply, inhale deeply, exhale deeply, inhale to the belly and start second round. Last one. Inhale deeply, exhale deeply, inhale deeply, exhale deeply, inhale 3/4 and hold. Exhale deeply. Inhale deeply. Exhale deeply. Inhale deeply. Exhale deeply. Inhale to the belly. Last round. Last one. Inhale deeply. Exhale deeply. Inhale deeply. Exhale deeply. Inhale 3/4 and hold. Exhale deeply. Inhale deeply. Exhale deeply. Inhale deeply. Exhale deeply and resume normal breathing. So keeping your eyes closed. So now that we have deeply oxygenated our body, we have this really little bit of a high in the mind, which means we don't have a lot of agitation. We're much calmer. So we're going to use this little break in our busy mind to do a little meditation. It's not going to be very long. So we are going to focus on, first of all, we're going to do the gong 3 times to start and the gong 3 times to stop. Then when we are actually into the meditation, we try to, if we have thoughts coming into our mind, we try to tell ourselves thinking. So we kind of know it's just a continuous, stream. That's the nature of the mind, to just think all the time, right? But sometimes we have little gaps that there is nothing. And that little gap, that's meditation. So we try to get to that gap as much as we can, right? Okay, so we just, there's two ways to do it. We can close our eyes or we can open our eyes. Better to open our eyes and have a 45-degree angle. So we're much more into the present moment, which the mind doesn't like. It wants to be in the future, wants to be in the past, doesn't want to be right now, right? Okay, so we just kind of like going into the gong 3 times. Take a deep inhalation and exhale deeply, relax your shoulders. We're just gonna slowly get ourselves into the corpse pose for final relaxation. If you need to get a little blanket over yourself, that's a great idea to keep warm. Right, so go into the corpse pose. Palms are up. Wiggle your feet just a little bit so your lower back is really settling down the floor. And then we're gonna just close our eyes completely, letting go of every single tension we may have. And then we're gonna just go and take a deep inhalation first to the belly, to the nose. Very deep, and exhale deeply, slowly. One more time. Then we're going to bring the right arm up and tense it and let it drop. Left arm up, tense it and let it drop. Right leg up, tense it and let it drop. Left leg up, tense it and let it drop. Tensing everything and let it go. Taking a deep inhalation and exhale, relaxing every single piece of the body. Wiggling your feet, wiggling your hands. Take a deep inhalation to the belly. Keeping your eyes closed, turning to your right side. Just being really relaxed. Pushing your hands up into easy pose. Your hands to your knees. Taking a deep inhalation. And opening your eyes gently. Namaste. Thank you for being here for the practice today.